We are being lured into a trap. Let's discuss. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano and Frank, the Patriot Bald Eagle, as we drink Joffrey's coffee tonight. Hit pause on this video to get your coffee together or whatever beverage you deem necessary. It's going to be a lengthy discussion. We have a lot to talk about. So, we're being lured into a trap. What does that mean? We're finding all kinds of crazy things going on. All kinds of things. We're being told one thing, we're being shown one thing, reality is another. Today, I went to Kroger to go over our different sales for the new year, hopefully find some good deals. The good deals is not what they were. Maybe some sales from what they were, from what the regular prices are now. But guys, this is everything that we have been talking about. Everything that we have been talking about store prices and things that are going to be going up. We know that it could be anything at any given time. I'm seeing tubs of macaroni salad for $7.99, regular price, $6.49 on sale, what the regular price was last year. That was kind of the story of today. Most of the sales that we saw were regular prices last year. To give you an idea, some people had even said throughout the year that prices are going to double leading into 2024. I stand corrected. I didn't think it would, we knew that they were going to keep going up. I didn't think they would actually double. A lot of things have. And when we're talking sale prices, they have absolutely doubled. Now, one thing that I am kind of getting at as we are being lured into these things, because at some point, everything that I've been talking about over the last couple years, it's going to be forced on us. Now it's becoming forced on us. We have to shop the sales. Stores have always led you in a direction of sales. They'll put the sales up front, right up front and center in those big, beautiful bins. And they say, buy me. This is too cheap. You can't afford not to buy this. Right? All the buy five or more, get dollar off, all the digital coupons, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All the sales that we have seen, stores kind of lead you to that. Now, there's a different plan in play, and I feel it's a little more, I don't necessarily think it's a store's fault or any one person's fault. I think it's the fault of everything going on. Lack of ingredients, food shortages, price increases on these things, price increases on transportation that, trickle down. Who do you think pays the cost for that? We do. The consumer pays the price. So much so that we even have superstars and athletes and actors and Hollywood talking about it. Egg prices, right? It's one thing when you see something go up 20 cents, most people probably don't even think about it. We do this on the channel so that you are aware of all of those items that are going up 20 cents. When you see something go from 99 cents to $2 overnight of something that a lot of people buy, right? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a select few that don't buy eggs, but a lot of people buy eggs. And I'm sure most people buy them at your local grocery store. Unless you know a farmer, and that's the way to go. Take care of your farmers, take care of people who are doing this on their own, right? But everybody doesn't have that option. When we start hearing people that are of vast wealth come out and say egg prices are unaffordable, we need to take notice, okay? Now, there's a lot of things that can be said. I'm sure there's going to be a mixture of comments down below, but my point is that these things are happening every day now with different food recalls, with different things going on around the world. We're all being led to this one thing, okay? What can we afford, right? That's the biggest question that most people say when they go to the grocery stores. What can we afford to buy? Not what should we buy or how can we save, right? What can we afford to buy? Everybody goes to the store and shops a different way. Some people go into the grocery store, they don't worry about the price. They buy whatever items they buy and they're fine with it. And if that extra $20, $30, $40, $50 doesn't bother you, Well, that's good. That's good. And life is too short to stress over everything. But at some point, you do have to kind of realize, like, we're getting ripped off. Okay, we're getting ripped off. And more things are going to be led or lure us to only buying the sales, because eventually the person that goes into the store is going to say, well, maybe I should just try the store brand. Maybe $6 of what I paid $3 for a couple months ago, I've hit my limit, right? I hit my limit a couple years ago. I don't know about you guys, but I know a lot of you on the channel have. We have more people on the channel now who have become less and less picky, right? And saving every which way they can. Today, I went into Kroger, and the thing that I noticed that stuck out to me like little light bulbs going off everywhere, the buy five or more deal is back, and some of the prices are higher than they've ever been. I saw some okay deals on one, luring us to those. The $1.50 can of Pringles, that's actually lower than what it was before. However, you have things that were $2.99 or $2.49 before, now at $3.49 to $3.99, keeping it just below that regular price. Things that more people use. Now, today I was focused mostly on going through different, the upcoming New Year snacks, things that a lot of people ask me to check out on the channel. I try to pay more attention to those things as we're in a holiday week than just a regular video that comes out for the week. The next video I do at Kroger will be focusing more on the different sales, produce, things like that. I didn't see a lot of stuff. I did a lot of walking off camera, and there really wasn't much. We have been talking about this for a long time. Few months. I said after Christmas and really after Thanksgiving, because we saw sales right before Thanksgiving that we didn't see last year. We saw prices actually go up right before Thanksgiving last year. Now, right after Thanksgiving, prices are going up again. Already, and you're like, well, okay, there's the price increase for the next couple weeks. No. Guys, we're seeing it go up again. And again, and again. These things are going to lead us to have to buy or want to buy items that are cheaper. Things that you may normally buy in one area and maybe not worry about the price. Now you're going to start looking at it, because now you're going to notice significant price change on your grocery receipt. One person came up to me and talked to me for a minute, someone who knew me from the channel, saying that they're spending $30 to $40 more a week on just regular items. 12 to 15 items is what she said. $30 to $50 more on 12 to 15 items. Who can relate to that? I can. Actually, I can't really. I mean, if I was to buy the same things that I buy that's not on sale, then yes, it would be that. But me and Jessica only buy the sales. We have enough in our stockpile to get by until the next sale comes up. But the next sale, and I noticed that today, things that we would buy, if we weren't stocked up on them, then we would be paying 50 cents to $1 to even $2 more than what we were paying before. Now, I don't know if we're going to ever see those sales again. I'm glad that I was able to save the couple few $100s over the period of a couple few months while we were finding the sales, because now we're not. And I'm never one to ever say, I'm not one to say I told you so, or anything like that. I'm not a nasty person like that. I know we've gotten some pretty nasty comments lately. It kind of comes with the territory, I guess. I do what I can to, don't cuss. I try to leave what comments I can. If you start talking about me and Jessica or cussing or stuff like that, you're deleted. That's just the way it is. If you get too negative with somebody on the channel, you're deleted. We're dealing with enough pressure and stress right now as it is. We don't need that kind of stuff on the channel. And, but I do take into consideration that these are some rough times. People get passionate. They get, they're upset. I'm upset too. It's hard for me sometimes when I'm going through the store and trying to keep it together when it feels like my head is about to, my top's about to blow off here. because of some of this stuff. Today was one of those frustrating days at Kroger because the only thing I could really deliver was bad news. Honestly, I knew it was after looking at Meyer yesterday. Also, I don't know if, check out our Meyer video. Even if you don't have Meyer, I would, now most of you know we go to Meyer every week, and I know Meyer videos don't do as good as a lot of other videos because Meyer is not everywhere. Okay, there's not too much to compare, but I would check that Meyer video out, even if you don't have a Meyer. And the reason why I say that is because I knew going in Meyer and seeing how everything was, I knew that this is how it was going to be, right? We have sales that are leading us to things that have been, they're going up in increments. People aren't stupid, right? When you go into a store and you see something go up and it's still on sale, you think to yourself, I better buy this now or I'm going to be paying an extra couple dollars. And who knows when we'll have a sale again. That is them luring you to that deal. I have my limits on everything. I'm not going to pay $5 and something for a 3-pound bag of apples. I just won't eat apples, or I'll get which one's on sale. Or I stock up on the ones that I can while I can, and there's ways to preserve things. Apples might be a little more difficult, but, with some of these things, look at grape prices. Been getting a lot of comments on produce lately, and I know people are going to say, well, it's out of season. Guys, these prices are ridiculous out of season. Like, I mean, it could be like going back to the way things were 50, 60, 100 years ago, where you just don't get oranges that are out of season because, for one, things were a lot different then. Transportation wasn't as good as it is now. Plus, you don't have millions of people growing them or growing millions of oranges or apples or whatever. But these prices, they're going to sit there and rot. There wasn't one, unless they just stacked them, and I don't think they did. Who's going to pay $5.49 for a pint of blueberries? Out of season and whatever. That's crazy. Somebody mentioned on the channel they spent $3.99 for 12 ounces of frozen blueberries. Sure, why not? Much better deal. And the other ones, I just hate to see the waste. If you're not selling them, if you're just going to throw them away anyway, I mean, I guess, they'll get that money back through some way or another. But at the same time, look at all that waste. We're going to continue to see ourselves shop this way. We're going to be forced to shop this way. I mean, unless you got more money than what you know what to do with and you don't mind just throwing your money out the window, then this is an issue. It's an issue for people also who have nothing, who are trying to survive on a daily basis. Get a lot of comments from you guys too. I know. I've been there. If I look at myself as what I was in my 20s, early 20s, mid 20s, how would I be able to eat? I mean, it's different today because, I've grown to know that I need to make sure that I'm prepared for any kind of situation. This has been a very elongated situation. Now, I know we have new viewers every day on the channel here, but, and I always say it's never too late. It's never too late to start prepping. It's never too late to start. And I know that word gets a bad rap sometimes. Okay. Stocking up on food. Does that sound better? Stocking up on sales so you don't spend fortune tomorrow, right? We used to say a month from now or 2 months from now. Tomorrow, prices could be going up. I left a secret. I edited the Kroger video. Kroger video is already set out. Getting ready to upload that for tomorrow morning. But I'm not even going to pay attention to how many different price increases I saw. I went in there to shop for the New Year's snacks. Didn't get a lot of comments. I mentioned that in a video the other day. Didn't get a lot of comments on some of that stuff. So I was kind of winging it. But as I go along, all these different prices that have gone up. It's like, you can't unsee. Once you start seeing these things, guys, you can't unsee them. And believe me, you're going to know just from watching the channel, because I can't walk past a price increase and not mention it. I don't know. Guys, it's We have talked about the possibility, okay, the possibility of all of this happening right after Christmas. I don't like to admit that I was right. Like I said before, you will never hear me say I told you so in any kind of situation. For one, the phrase itself is negative, and I'm not a negative person. I want to be wrong. I want the prices to come back down. I want to walk into Kroger and say, guys, let's look at all these great deals. We got this, we got this, we got this, we got this. Look at all these prices coming down. I would be the game show voice of the decrease in prices if it ever happened, but it hasn't. And that's the frustration. That's the frustration in it all, is I don't have good news. When you walk in to Kroger, which is our dominant our store, right? Because that is the one store on the channel that we can all compare all around the country. All around the country and even around the world, because the regular prices at Kroger are some of the highest. And for our new viewers, I will say this, I haven't said it in a long time, Kroger is the most expensive store where you can save the most money. And that is because of the sales. If you only shop the sales, then you can get by until the next sales. But following that philosophy only works so far as we see good sales, right? We used to always focus just on those regular prices. Why? Because that we want to see how much we're saving. How much we're saving. If that regular price is up really high, higher than what normal was 2 years ago, then that's what it's going to be. When we stop seeing the sales, that's what it's going to be. We've seen those regular prices, some of them sit for years. But now we're not finding those sales. We're not finding those sales. That way, when we start seeing these things, it's now I can't wait till tomorrow to get to the store. Wait till you see how empty Kroger was in this video for tomorrow. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. If you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribed. Somebody told me something with issues with the bell notification thing. The notification bell, there's a little bell. You click on the bell on the channel while you're watching now, if you wish. Click on the bell and then click all. Click all notifications. That's what it means. It just says all. Sometimes YouTube's a little complicated in that. I don't know why it can't just be easier, you know. But that will make sure that when our video uploads in the morning at 8:30, bang, it pops right up on your phone or your laptop or however you watch us. We have to make sure that we are watching these as they come out. I would have to say, and this, isn't really pushing out my next video by saying this, but tomorrow's video is really irrelevant. This video is more important. This video right here that we're talking about right now in our coffee chat is more important because of all of the things going on that I didn't talk about in that Kroger video. When I'm at the store, I have to keep it together, right? I can't just talk like this and explain how I feel because, I don't want it to be like, hey, this is terrible, this is terrible, this is terrible. Well, in today's age of what we have from a couple years ago, of what the prices are now, here's a couple years ago, here's where they are now, here's what that sale is now, this is what that sale was even just last year. So it's hard for me to get excited about talking about a sale that really isn't a good deal, yet we're being lured to believe it is. Stores are already doing this more and more. They've been doing it forever, right? We have where, like we said at the beginning of the video, we have where the stores put their best sales, things that they know you're going to buy because it's so cheap. Cincinnati, we have a favorite chip company here. We have Grippo's chips. Have you ever heard of them? They're like barbecue chips. It depends on which bag. You might get lucky with a bag. I like them hotter. Sometimes they're hot, sometimes they're not. They always have those up in the front of our Kroger stores because they sell like crazy. And then they have little dollar bags. Those are, those sell like crazy. And they, they get you to get those. Then you go back and then you see the sale, right? Which is back in the aisle. That's what you really should pay attention to. But they don't want you to. They want you to buy the more expensive dollar bag. $1. Oh, wait a minute. That's not expensive, Dan. Look how many chips are in it. It's like one line of little chips at the bottom. It's a handful of chips. I could eat that whole bag in one hand. But then you go, and if you do the math, and you go and you look at what these chips cost for a bag that is 10 times that, and if it's on sale, it might be $2, $2.50, you know, if it's a good sale, which may not be. I'm just using this as an example. People have to start paying attention to quantity as well. Things are shrinkflating. There are things in from crackers to even granola bars. You know, granola bars has been the topic of subject lately, or topic of conversation because of Quaker. I guess, I don't know if they've wiped Quaker. I wasn't going to go over some of the Quaker bars and stuff at Kroger, but I guess hopefully they've gotten all the ones off the shelves, and the ones that are good to go are for sale again. You know, probably will be visiting Kroger Marketplace here in a couple days to check out a lot of the... You guys know I love the buy 5 or more, save $1 each deal. All of us should. But today, I was a little disappointed. I mean, some of those deals were okay, but the ones that weren't, really weren't. Like, why do you even have this on sale? Like, this is like kind of a slap in the face. And then the thing is that what'll happen is this will be on sale on the buy 5 or more, and we're seeing this a lot more lately. And then the next week they'll have it on a digital coupon for 50 cents or $1 off. That price. And then you're like, you have to make the decision. Do I buy more? Well, I have 5 of them at home. You know? And this is why we, you know, stocking up on the sales is getting harder and harder to do, because we're stocking up on things that we're still overpaying for. And then the next week when we go shopping, we see that we basically got stomped on the foot. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing in some ways, because you can buy those up to 5 times of the digital coupon. We're seeing this all the time, right? And then you're saving more in the long run. Anyway, so you're still getting them cheaper, even much cheaper. You know? The whole Coca-Cola thing, guys, I'll tell you what, that was the real kick in the butt right there. I walk in Kroger, and the best sale they have. Now, last week you had that buy 2 get 3 free 12 packs. That was a good deal, right? Well, an okay deal. Used to be able to get 4 for 12. You know, 4 for 10 even a few years ago for the holidays, right? That's long gone. The best we saw last year was 4 for 15. Now, the same time, 4 for nothing. You have to buy 4 just to get this deal at $7.99. A 12-pack. Let's see, 8 times 4, that's $32. $32. For 4 12-packs, just to get the sale. Just to get the sale. $32 for 4 12-packs. Oh, but you can go over that. $8.99 is the regular price. So 12-packs at Kroger this week are $7.99 if you get to that 4th one. Oh, but you can buy more. Sure, yeah, load me up. Glad I don't drink pop anymore. Me and Jess gave up pop, thank goodness. But that stuff... Man, and they had some good sales. Like I was saying, they had them for $3.99. $3.99 on a digital coupon a couple different weeks. And then last week, before Christmas, that was like the best sale they had. Other than the 89-cent a pound hams. That was the best sale they had, was the buy 2, get 3 free. And it sounds great, don't it? Buy 2 and get 3 free. It almost sounds fake. It almost sounds like it should be reversed. They wanted you to think that. Now they've come out with, oh, I'm going to go get a great deal of pop now because we're in the week of the new year. Pop will be on sale. It is absolutely not. $32 for 4 12-packs. Let it sit. Let it sit. They have the 6-packs of the 20 or 16. Yeah, they're not even 20 ounces. 16 or 6 packs of the plastic bottles, 16.9 ounce bottles, 4 for 12. So if you get to that 4th item or more, it'll be $3 a 6-pack. So that's okay, I guess. But that's what I'm saying, guys. We are not going to see the sales. In yesterday's video, that is what we were talking about. The sales as we know it is over. It's over. It's not coming back. Maybe we'll see some deals next year. Maybe a couple deals for Easter, maybe turkey or I don't know. There's no way of knowing. And the not knowing is the knowing that you need to prepare and make sure that you're stocking up on the sales as you see them for the future. Because we don't know what the sales are going to be like tomorrow. As they lure us in a different direction, you need to pay attention to everything you're looking at. And watch for different dates on things. Watch for not only, people say check expiration dates, best of use by dates on these things. I check best of use by dates on everything. Everything. Who knows? You could be buying stuff off those shipping containers from like a year ago. They may be getting ready to expire in January. And then you take it home and you're like, wow, I wish I would have known that. I can't eat 2 boxes of Ritz crackers in a couple weeks. Which, probably lasts way past that. Best if used by date. But guys, we just have to pay attention. With everything going on, with all the different transportation issues, that includes everything. I'm putting that in one category. Trucks, trains, ships, it includes everything. Every transportation issue, the conflict abroad in the Middle East going on right now, Ukraine and Russia still going, these things, they're going to cause prices to go up. Even if things don't directly affect us in one way, it will in another. And that has been proven time after time over history. What affects one country is going to ultimately affect another. Can't we all just get along? Let's have another little sip of coffee here. Again, guys, I have these conversations. I talk about these things not to scare you, not to draw the fear, but to make you aware. Make you aware of the things that we are seeing in the stores every day, as we do, and to make you aware and in the know of all these different situations going on. Today, the one thing I have stayed off the computer. I don't know if there's a recall. I know over the last few days, over the last few weeks, there's been a recall like every other day. Pay attention to those. If I can't get to, discussing the recall, make sure you let me know down in the comments. If you've heard anything, any kind of shortages that you were seeing in the stores, make sure you let us know down in the comments. Abbreviate what state you are in. And that, your city, if you can abbreviate your city and state, you may be helping out one of your neighbors or someone here on the channel to know, whatever store or something you're talking about, not to shop there so they don't waste their gas. Our gas is going back up too, by the way. Guys, we just have to keep moving forward. I sound like a broken record in this. Buy up the sales as you see them. Prices are going to be going up. Meat products, that's going up. I wouldn't be too surprised if some other things start going up again too, like salt, sugar, flour, essential baking items. Maybe not essential, right? But items that people are going to, we don't know what the sales are going to be. I didn't see any on sale today at Kroger except for their own, which was the regular price of what it was just a couple weeks ago. I don't know. We're seeing more and more at other stores as well. We've seen this at Walmart. Not so much Aldi. But it will eventually. We need to make sure that a lot of these Aldi, all of these different products at Aldi that you have liked over the last month or two, you may want to get to Aldi because they're seasonal items. Once they're gone, they're gone. They won't come back until, sometimes they sporadic, like some of the specially selected items have come back like maybe around Easter and stuff. But that's one thing I've learned with Aldi is that if you like something there, buy it now because once it's gone, it's gone. Here today, gone tomorrow. Which ironically has nothing to do with that. Those are just items that they get in that they just get rid of, right? Specially selected items. The brand. Specially selected the brand. Those are seasonal. So what they have one day, they may not have a few months down the road. They have the regulars that they get in, like the honey and the different jellies and jams and stuff like that. Cookies, some of the cookies. But any of the holiday stuff, those Winternacht cookies, those are probably gone. So I wouldn't even waste your time with those. I was surprised when I went to Aldi last week that I even saw those. Like, those are usually, because once those are gone, they're gone. They don't come back in until next Christmas. So make sure you're checking that stuff out. Walmart, no exception to Walmart either, guys. I'm seeing a lot of price increases at Walmart as well, and they are doing a pretty good job, though, of keeping it just a few pennies under Kroger. Well, maybe a few pennies under some other different stores, which ain't saying much. Still 93 cents and 96 cents for some of their different canned tomato products. I think our canned goods went back down to 64 cents for great value. They may be back up to 68 cents. I don't know, but I do know that Aldi came down to 63 cents. The last time I checked, their 4-pack of butter was still, their 1 pound, 4 quarters of butter was still $2.49. I saw no sales on butter at Kroger today, right before New Year's Eve. That's disturbing, ain't it? Kroger butter, $4.29. Now they have their, what's funny, I'm basically giving you all the information for tomorrow's video, so watch it for entertainment purposes, I guess. The 2-pack of butter went, excuse me, they went from $6.99 to $7.49. Okay, they're 2-packs, and then they have the audacity to put low price on there. They just raised the price in a week, 50 cents. And then they put big low price stickers everywhere. I don't know. That's why I say, guys, we're entering a different territory here. This is new territory. I've read a lot of articles on different things of different, things that were going to be happening here toward 2024. We know about the meat. We know about the rice. We know about these different shortages. We know about these price increases. What we don't know is everything in between that has kept our eyes in a different direction. And that is exactly what they're going to try to do, is lure us in this other direction. We have to pay attention. We have to pay attention and keep looking forward. And I will continue to do that for you and keep you updated on all of this information as we go along. Try to find the best sales out here so that we can all save a little bit of money. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.